Ambani in India, or a lot of the people that have made a lot of money in China, or the people that are making money in developing markets, Turkey, Russia, etc. The government uses very talented entrepreneurs to go and concentrate capital to develop infrastructure progress. We did that in America in the 1800s as well. So that's where I think, you have to also balance it, because his response was basically like, this is an attack on India. And in a way, you can see where he's coming from, right? Because he's building ports and roads and bridges. And he's like, without this stuff, how is India supposed to even exist in the 21st century? That's a reasonable claim. So I agree with you, Friedberg. I don't know whether the report is right or not, but this extra step of actually having the SEC actually tell us what the answer is, I think would be a very important improvement to how this kind of stuff works.
The other improvement that the SEC has been proposing in Rule 13F-2 is that people would need to disclose their short positions.
Right.
This proposed rule would require institutional investment managers, I'm reading from the SEC website, managers exercising investment discretion over short positions, meeting specified thresholds to report on the proposed Form SHO information related to end-of-month short positions and certain daily activity affecting such short positions.
That is a no-brainer. That should absolutely pass.
The commission would aggregate the resulting data by security, thereby maintaining confidentiality of the reporting managers and publicly disseminating the data to all investors. This new data would supplement the short sale data.
I think this relates to over-lending of stock, right? I mean, this is less about like who's doing what, and it's much more about, are we kind of creating critical fail points in the system by seeing over leverage and over lending in certain.
Well, there should also be some rules about the spreading of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That FUD that happened with Tesla Q, I mean, paradoxically, thousands of
that's
anonymous accounts.
That's an example of people essentially lying in public to try to get the stock to move. And Tesla's not a fraud; that's a real company.
I mean, they were winning car of the year while this was going on.
But there was a real human cost to that company, right? To employees that got spooked, to partners that may have gotten spooked. Yeah. The pressure, we saw this, the pressure on Elon in those periods of time. And he was like on the knife's edge where there was the potential where the company may not have been able to finance its cash flow needs because of those Tesla Q guys. And so it's not to say that the Tesla Q guys can't say it, but they should be forced at some level to prove it if you can create crazy stuff. I posted a link, by the way, for anybody that's interested in reading this. There's a person called Carson Block who's being investigated.
Yes.
Because he may have pushed the boundaries of how short sellers do this. It's a really fascinating read in The Atlantic for anybody who wants to read it. But this is sort of where the short selling thing can a little bit go awry. And it's the title of this is The Man Who Moves Markets. And it's quite a really interesting read if you're interested in how all of this stuff works.
All right, everybody. That's the All In Podcast for February 3rd and 4th. For Sachs, Friedberg, and Chamath, I'm Jake Howe, the world's greatest moderator. We'll see you next week.
Love you, boys. Bye-bye.
We'll let your winners ride.
Rain Man David Sachs.
And instead, we open source it to the fans, and they've just gone crazy with it.
Love you, West. Queen of Quinoa. Besties are gone.
That is my dog taking a notice in your driveway. Oh, man.
My haberdasher will meet me at Winston. We should all just get a room and just have one big huge orgy because they're all just useless. It's like this sexual tension that they just need to release somehow.
Wet your beak. Wet your beak.
We need to get merch. Besties are back.